What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? It's Wednesday, January 20th. The joint is brought to you by DraftKings. This is the week if you're going to make money. Oh my God. If you're thinking about making some guitas and having some fun at the same time, this is the week, and DraftKings has the fun for you. It starts tonight. You got Boston versus Philly. You got Sac versus Golden State. Then you got Saturday. You got Conor McGregor steps back into the ring. Now, if you want to be a piece of history, go to DraftKings, the official betting partner of the UFC. And this weekend, they got a deal that no one else could match. You ready? Dog, you got to do this. For $1, for just UFC 257, it's your shot at turning $1 into $257. You're like, Joey, how does that fucking happen? All right. You bet $1 on McGregor to win by a knockout in the first round. And if he does, you'll be cashing in $257. You bet a little, you win a lot. And you know how we do it at motherfucking DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. It's safe, convenient, secure, reliable, and most important, it's your fucking money. Deposit and withdraw at your convenience. So like I was telling you, we got McGregor on Saturday, and then Sunday we come back with the Bills versus fucking Kansas City, and you got Tampa Bay versus Green Bay. Both lines are 3. I think one is 3.5. Green Bay, Tampa Bay's getting. How the fuck could fucking the man be getting 3.5 points? It's a weekend of fun. You got to start by downloading the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code Joey when you sign up and turn $100 into $257. And then you take that $257 and you got Sunday after fucking noon. You got the NFC and the AFC Championship. Place your bet. Watch the fucking fist fly this weekend. That's code Joey for new players to get $257 if McGregor wins by the first round knockout. For limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook right now today. You're going to open up the app right now. And here's the part the lawyers make me say. You got to be 21 or older. Go drink fucking soda somewhere or something. Smoke cigarettes under a bridge, cocksuckers. Just like I did. New Jersey, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Colorado. All of you are invited. Restrictions apply, though. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Now, if you got a gambling problem, you got to get help. Call 1-800-GAMBLER, and if you're in Indiana, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. But if you ain't got no problems and everybody's ready to go, and you're ready to get your dick sucked on Saturday night, here we go. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use code Joey, cash in on this deal, win some money, snort blow, whatever the fuck you want to do. It's your money. You understand me? But we're making money today. Go to DraftKings.com right now, code Joey. The joint is also brought to you by Lucy Nicotine Gum. Listen, it's the beginning of the year. You still fucking smoking? This is the time. You were supposed to quit fucking 20 days ago. So when you're craving a smoke, you just need a little something to help you with the habit. That's why I love Lucy. Lucy.co is fucking tremendous. The pomegranate tastes great. The wintergreen tastes great. I love them fucking both. If you can see, I'm out of them because I use them. They're so good. Get Lucy today so you're prepared for when you get the itch. It's a new year. Things might be rough, but you don't need to smoke anymore. You got to worry about your health, okay? It tastes great. I love the fucking flavors, and I love Lucy.co. And it's that easy. Just use promo code Joey. Get 20% off all products, including the gum or the lozenges. That's Lucy.co. Use promo code Joey at checkout. Also, I got to give you this disclaimer. Warning, the product contains nicotine, derived from tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. You know that already. But if you're looking to stop, this will help you. This will ease the fucking cravings. Go to Lucy.co and be sure to use promo code Joey. The joint is also brought to you by the third wheel in this pain management of my surgery. CBDlion.com. Listen, I don't know much about CBD. I didn't until I started working with CBD Lion. And then I went onto their webpage and I read what they had. And I read about terpenes. I read about the benefits. I read about how this company invested money to find out what CBD will help with your whatever problem you have, which is anxiety, pain, Listen, it doesn't clear it all away, but it fucking helps a lot. I'm talking to you guys right now from fucking experience. What I do is, I start in the morning with aspirins. They give you Tylenol at the hospital. I got to take 500 milligrams. I'm only allowed 3,000 a day. Will ruin my stomach. So I can't play around with that. So what I do is, I get up in the morning, I take my aspirin, and I put the rub on, the roll on. Listen, look at this, 1,000 milligrams of CBD. I roll it on all the way up to the stitches. I don't roll on the fucking thing. I cover it. You know, if at night I have more pain, I put the tape on it. They come with a special tape. And again, I surround it after I put the CBD roll-on it and let it dry and get into the skin. I'm working it. Plus, I'm eating the fucking gummy bears at night. And I got to be honest with you guys. Listen to me. Do I sound like a guy that's on fucking pain pills? No. Because I've been working it correctly. I don't want to get hooked. I'm 58 years old. That's the last thing I need. CBD Lion is the way to fucking go. Especially right now with my surgery. So, do me a favor. Go to CBD Lion and read the third-party lab results. Read about CBD Lion and the benefits of CBD itself and how it can help you. Go to CBDLion.com right now and press in Joey Church and get 20% off. Delivered right to your house. You don't got to deal with people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Go to the webpage, read, order. It's that fucking easy. CBDLion.com. I want to thank CBD Lion. I want to thank Lucy.co. And I want to thank DraftKings. Now, let's get this fucking party started. There's the fucking lighter. Candles lit, cocksuckers. Hey, look who it is. What's happening, cocksuckers?
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? It's Wednesday, the 20th of January, Election Day. I hope you get to watch this early. I'm putting it out at 7 in the morning, so you get to watch this before the drama starts, or maybe nothing will happen. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. But it's a beautiful day to be alive. That's all you need to know. First thing I want to start off with is this. All right, guys, listen. I just had surgery. If for some reason I got to get up and go to the bathroom, you got to work with me, okay? You got to work with me. Let me tell you what happened. As you know, I had surgery maybe 10 days ago on the 8th. Today's the 19th. Yeah, like 11 days ago. Before the surgery, I remember talking to Tom Segura, and he said that they gave him so much shit during the surgeries he had that he didn't go to the bathroom for a fucking week. I'm like, God damn, I forgot all about that the pills, constipation and whatnot. They filled me up with so much, I don't know what it's called, dude. Some fucking drug Dilaudid and fucking Vicodins at the hospital. They filled me up with everything good. And then I came home with the Oxycontins. And I swear to you guys that I have been taking them by the book. I've even cut back on them. I'm doing the CBD with them. The whole thing. They gave me 9 fucking prescriptions of pills, basically, when I left the hospital. From vitamin C to pharmacy vitamin C, that good shit. Not the fucking shit that's chalky. They gave me aspirin. They gave me a different type of Tylenol. They gave me something for my anxiety, which will make you kill yourself. I'm not taking that shit. I'm not taking none of that shit. Zoloft or some shit. But they gave me like these 2 pills that you have to take at night. So I take them at 7:30 just to stay. And they go right through your fucking system and cut right through the shit. And eventually you shit. So the first thing they told me when I left the hospital that Saturday was, Joey, don't forget these. These are the most important things. And, keep your diet light for a few days. You're not going to go to, you're not going to be able to go to the bathroom. So the first night I took them, as soon as you take them and you drink water, you can feel the pills go down your throat. And then like 2 minutes later, you just feel like somebody just grabbed your insides and just just squeeze them for a second, like your whole body just goes, like the whole thing just burps like that. And then you just feel it go down to your stomach, and then you hear some rumblings. But I didn't go to the bathroom, guys. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. When I first went to the bathroom, Scout's honor.
I think you went Monday because he told me to wear a suit when I came over.
That's right. That's right. I told him to wear a fucking
Hazmat suit.
a hazmat suit. It took me 4 days. I think the first shit was 4 days, I think. And what came out of my ass smelled so bad that I had to call Mike and tell him to wear or whatever. I didn't let my wife down here. I mean, if you thought that bus ride in East Orange when the Chili's, when Mr. Barone told me that I was changing flavors, if you thought that smelled bad, what's come out of my little muffler since then? And it just, like, it started with that one, and then it took like another 12 hours to get another bowel movement. But let me tell you something. This weekend, I lived on the toilet. I'm talking about every fucking hour on the hour, 20 inches of unadulterated fucking shit coming out of my muffler. I'm sitting there sweating bullets, the whole fucking thing. Plus, I got to use the fucking roll-on to go in there and then to get up. And I got to take a poop with my legs sticking out. And it's terrible. You can't even write this shit. So this has been going on since, like it started off slow. And then the pills really took control of the asshole. And what's been coming out is like I got to be weary. Like I got to stay close to the house and all this shit. So yesterday morning I wake up and I do 2 short podcasts for Patreon. For some reason it won't let me send a longer podcast. And it's an easier podcast. It's 30 minutes. It's just a couple songs, some me talking shit. And it's more intimate than this podcast. I enjoy it. I enjoy it as much as I enjoy this one. I enjoy it anytime I got to talk into a mic. I'm having a good time. I enjoy it, And I'm doing it yesterday morning because I get up on Tuesday morning. I usually drink some coffee, hang out, and then I do it, take a shower, get ready, do it, and then I send it to my managers, and then my manager puts it up for me. So I come in here usually, just the same way I do this one. I don't turn on the lights or nothing. It's not visual, it's just audio. I have the little microphone, I stick it into the iPhone, and I got the iPad, and I play music, and I make my notes, and I talk shit. Well, I'm fucking taping a podcast, and I'm actually talking about, like, it's been rough, I've had to go to the bathroom a lot, blah, 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 blah. In the middle of the podcast, I had to go to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know what to do. I can't stop it and restart it. So this is what I did. I actually picked up the little microphone and my cell phone without hitting the fucking button. And I took the thing and I wheeled myself into the fucking bathroom. And I actually put it on the counter and I kept talking. And I took a shit while I kept talking about why this music inspires me. I was talking about the Pretenders 1 and 2 album, why they inspire me so much. But I couldn't tell them, or you guys, some of you just listen to that podcast also, I couldn't tell you guys I was shitting. One person actually wrote, "You're a G. I could hear you piss laying down." How the fuck what do you think, I'm going to piss laying fucking down? Hell no, I'm standing up when I fucking piss. I actually took a shit and pissed. I tried to piss as quietly as I could so the microphone wouldn't pick it up, but the microphone picked it up. If you listen to it, you'll hear me pissing. I didn't flush. I just ran out of there, and I flushed after the podcast was over. I washed my hands with fucking the deodorizer, and I wiped it on the towel, and I threw the towel in the fucking thing to get washed already. But that's what my day was like this yesterday morning. And I couldn't stop the podcast. What am I going to do, stop and start all over from scratch again? You're on a roll. You got momentum going. So, if for that reason, if today I got to stop the podcast in a moment, it's because I got to go to the bathroom. All right, and we got that story out of the way because I don't want no misunderstandings here that Joey sold me a short fucking script. No, it was I got to go to the fucking bathroom. And when you got to go, you got to fucking go. It's funny. I got a few emails about the Accusation podcast. Thank you for listening to it. And it's, listen, man. It comes to territory. When you're a guy like me and you do things, you're going to get accused of other things of that nature, and the accusations never stop. So, by you guys hitting me back and telling me, it reminded me of other fucking things that I've been accused. Like I got accused of robbing a house in '94 in Boulder by a girl I was tight friends with. Now, at this time, I wasn't robbing houses at all. I wasn't doing anything of that kind of shit, robbing a fucking house. I was calm as hell. I was doing comedy. Yeah, I was doing returns and shit at the Kmart and stuff like that. But I wasn't robbing no houses. I wasn't, and nobody knew I was doing this shit. It was too embarrassing to tell people. I'm trying to be a comedian and I'm still fucking shoplifting. Are you fucking retarded? So, but I got accused. I knew this girl really well. I knew her so well, I got her boyfriend a fucking job. Like, I liked her and her boyfriend so much, I got her boyfriend a job. Back in '91, we were tight friends. And she had a buddy who sold weed in a complex that was next to mine. Did I like the guy? I liked him, but he wasn't my best friend. I didn't dislike him. It's not that I disliked him. He wasn't my best friend. Let's just say that. He was an acquaintance through her. And she wanted me to get him the same job I got her boyfriend. So I couldn't get him that job anymore. I didn't know the people anymore. I wasn't connected to him. And she kept bugging me. Then he kept bugging me about the job. And then one night, this was right after I got separated. This was in the realm of my separation. So I got separated. I'm arguing with my wife about the kid. I'm arguing with my wife about life, about who gets the couch, who gets the fucking car, how we're going to sell the condo. I got all these things going at me. And in the middle of all this, I get this accusation that was so far out of left field, especially in who I was at that time. I had already done time. I had already gotten my life together. I got into comedy. I was away from all that. I wasn't robbing drug dealers, nothing at this time. I was doing drugs, and I was having a good old time, but I wasn't robbing no houses. This fucking lady, and she was a weed dealer, and she actually called the cops. And they had the whole scenario painted down. Like, behind my house, where I lived on Iris Street or whatever, 30th and Iris and Boulder, there was a Kmart, and then across from there, where I lived, there was like a Lodizio restaurant, there was a liquor store, there was Murphy's Bar and Grill, there was the hair cutting place, there was the fucking, the little Italian place, the dude, I told him I was in the mafia, he kept accusing me of being in the mafia, that I was a relocated witness, so I finally told him, if you keep telling people I'm in the fucking mafia, you're going to get me in trouble in this fucking town. They kept telling people I was in the mafia. I'm not in the fucking mafia. I'm fucking Cuban. So finally, I just told the guy, all right, I'm in the mafia. Now that you blew my secret, you're going to pay a fucking vig. So you're going to give me $300 a fucking week. I did shit like that. I'm not going to lie to you. But I wasn't burglarizing no houses. Trust me, I was far from it. That's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Burglarizing a fucking house. They even, because I went to, there was a pizza place called Abo's. I went to Abo's there. I don't know what time I went there. Like, I had the baby that night or something till like 7, and then I went to get a slice, and then I was going to do comedy. And about a week later, and it wasn't, guess who told me? My ex-wife came to me, and she goes, I can't believe you robbed whatever's house. I'm like, are you fucking serious? And it was going to be, it was almost in the divorce. Like, she kept fucking talking about it. And I'm like, first of all, you know that girl's a weed dealer. So if I robbed any of their house, they're saying I robbed weed from them. You're going to get them in fucking trouble. Oh, no. They know for a fact that you robbed him. And somebody's, dog, till this, that was 95. It's 2021. I forget what the people's name was or whatever. But, and that's what it does. For a guy like me, it doesn't bother me at all that you accuse me of something I didn't do. It hurts my feelings. It's completely different. It hurts my feelings. It's a couple of years ago, remember 6 years ago? Out of fucking nowhere. We're doing a podcast, we're having a great time, and Doug Stanhope, the great Doug Stanhope, accuses me of robbing his change jar or something like that. Like, I was blown the fuck away. Like, I'm like, change jar? I could see, and I didn't rob his change jar. And he said it to me to break my balls. I was very hurt by him. I wasn't angry. I was very hurt that I've known Doug since 1992. We've had 2,000 conversations. And one day when he's on a podcast out of left field, he says, you accuse me of stealing my change jar, whatever the fuck. I was blown the fuck away. I'm like, in 2016, whatever that was, 2015, you're going to come to me and tell me I robbed a change jar from you in 2000 something? Like, first off, for people who don't know, I've known Doug Stanhope since 1992. We reconnected in 1995 in Seattle. It was Doug Stanhope who talked me into going into Los Angeles for comedy. Once I got to Los Angeles, Doug Stanhope, and I'm not ashamed to say this, gave me money out of his own pocket to live a couple times because I opened up for him on New Year's Eve. He asked me, what did the guy pay you for New Year's Eve? I told him $250 for 5 shows. Doug Stanhope got pissed. He goes, you were worth a lot more than $250 to me. He gave me like $500, and then I saw him again one night at the thing. I actually moved in with Doug Stanhope in 92 when I lived with him. He was giving me cash. Like, he was a guy that I went to, looked at, and said, Doug, I need $20 for fucking gas. And he gave me his car and $20 to put in there for gas to use his car. That's the type of guy Doug Stanhope is. When you got a friend like that, you don't rob those people. There's no reason to rob them. They'll give you the shirt off their back. At that time, Doug Stanhope was supporting like 8 people, and I was one of them. I mean, he wasn't really supporting me. He was letting me stay in his house for free, and he was giving me 20s from time to time. I mean, I only stayed with Doug for like 2 months or something like that, but he was my friend. And even after I left Doug's, I still kept going over there. Ralphie May lived there for a while. I was there. Then the mother came and lived with them. I was always at Doug Stanhope's house. You want me to tell you something, man? I was thinking about this the other day. L.A. changed when Doug Stanhope left. At least it did for me. See, Doug Stanhope had everybody in check in L.A. That little fucking skinny dude that you see like that, all fucking crazy, he had fucking people scared. Especially the half of fags that hang out at the Improv and shit like that, because he would go into the Improv and lay a beating on those motherfuckers on stage. So they would try to get him banned because they didn't want to follow him. This is when comedy was very buck wild, but it wasn't ready for the likes of Doug Stanhope. Doug Stanhope took LA by fucking storm. I still remember Mitzi Shore didn't even know what to do with Doug Stanhope. That's how good he was. Mitzi Shore, I remember one Saturday night, the first week I was in town, Doug Stanhope had an 8:30 spot at the Comedy Store, 8:45. Mitzi didn't know he was a powerhouse. She hadn't seen him enough. She passed him and then like kind of forgot about him, like he was never there. He's a road dog. He was never there, only when he was in town. But when Doug Stanhope was in L.A., everybody was kept in check. I'm talking everybody. Because if you fucked up, Stanhope's wrath came down on you. And that's a wrath at that time that was worse than fucking death. I mean, I remember him going to the Improv and he had those white boys fucking dying. The people, the comics that hung out at the Improv in those days and the comics that hung out at the Comedy Store were 2 different fucking sets. Everybody looked down at the Comedy Store. The Comedy Store was like a den of thieves for drug people and shit like that. I still remember Josh Wolf telling me that his management told him, don't go to the Comedy Store, dog. That's got a bad rep. In the early 2000s, the Comedy Store was fucking rough and tumble. And the comics from there would branch out to other places, some of them, and they would cause fucking chaos. And nobody caused more chaos in L.A. from the time I got there to, I don't know when Doug left L.A. I know he still has an apartment in L.A. I don't think he lives there anymore. No, he doesn't. He lives down in fucking Arizona down there with the rest of those lunatics. But once he left, it was when people started acting the way they did. When Doug Stanhope was in town, that shit wasn't going on in those clubs because Doug Stanhope had everybody in fucking check. It was hysterical, the shit they were doing to people, to comics. He was blowing comics out. He would rock so hard at the fucking Improv that 3 comics behind him couldn't follow him. Never mind the guy behind him was worried. 3 guys behind him. He was getting banned every other week from the Improv for saying shit. I remember they did a benefit for a burn victim one night. Some poor burn guy, and they put him in the front row with like a skipper's hat on, and he had like that stuff that they put on you when you just got caught in the fire, like gauze. And Doug Stanhope went up there with a couple beers in him, and nobody was laughing at his jokes. Like, people just left. But Doug Stanhope was like, what the fuck is your problem? Even this guy, this fucking burnt guy, is over here fucking laughing. He said something to that effect, and he got banned for like a month. I mean, and the comics will get pissed. Like, comics, you know, will go like, I can't believe he acted that. It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking, he was joking around. That's what the improv is. It's a fucking comedy club. And he was going down there and just lighting them up. And then when they wouldn't take him no more, he would come to the Comedy Store. Going back to that story, I'll never forget my first Saturday at that Comedy Store with that motherfucker. He had like an 8:45 spot. I was good friends with the girl that had to follow him. I forget what her name was right now. She wasn't at the store at the end. She hasn't been at the store in maybe, I've been off coke 13 years, right? 2007, 13 years, yeah. Because Marilyn died, and I got off coke, and she was good friends with Marilyn, and I forget what her name was. Sweetheart of a girl, funny, but not funny enough to handle Doug fucking Stanhope. Like, I'll never forget that I didn't even know her, and I looked at her, I go, who's following you, Doug? And he goes, that girl there. And I go, oh, this is not going to be good. Doug Stanhope went up there and proceeded to destroy that room. And I'll never forget, there was a lesbian sitting in the front row, like a heavy-duty, chubby lesbian with the haircut, the sideburns, the whole fucking thing. And Doug Stanhope popped his head up and he goes, what the fuck is this? Look at this fucking lesbo. This is a real lesbo. This ain't one of you LA lesbos that, you know, do it part-time or whatever. This one here, she plays softball. She's got a cock pump. He just fucking drilled into her. And all I remember is him getting off, and about 20 minutes later, like, he left, he had another spot, and I saw that chubby little lesbian with her chubby girlfriend, and she was crying on her fucking shoulder. And Stanhope said nothing to her bad. Stanhope the girl walked in there with the shirts rolled up and the cigarettes in the fucking sleeve. I mean, if you want to play with the big boys, if you're a woman and you roll your fucking cigarettes up in your sleeve, when somebody, you know, you don't get mad when somebody says something to you, especially if you're a lesbo. Stanhope, and he didn't go off on her with like how an asshole would go off on. He went off on her in a brilliant, you know how he fucking goes on his rants. They're brilliant rants. But all I remember catching from it was the line of the night that he goes, this is a real fucking lesbian. She's got a fucking cock pump. She plays double headers on Saturday. She doesn't shave her snatch. I mean, he was just fucking going off. And fucking like everybody in LA, it hits him 20 minutes later. While everybody's laughing and having a good time, she was great. Then 20 minutes later, when Stanhope left, she was outside complaining, I've never been insulted like that before in my life. Well, you got fucking sideburns and you're a woman. Somebody's eventually going to fucking say something to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know where I come up with this shit from. It just happens, and you got to look at it and go, what the fuck kind of life have you lived? Nah, this is comedy, people. Your feelings can't be hurt every time somebody says something off fucking color. Now we're back to this shit now. People get mad or whatever. Listen, I've lost some followers over the weeks. I think people quit Twitter because Trump quit Twitter, so people are going off of fucking Twitter and people are going off of Facebook because they're saying private. Look, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. All I do know is we're getting a new president today. Do you want to know what I feel? Dick. I don't feel dick about Dick. I don't care if we get a new one. I don't care if the old one stays. I don't care if they bring back Kennedy. Do what you want to do. I still got to get up every day, and poor Mike still got to wear a fucking mask. Bring back Kennedy. Dig him up. Dig him up with half his fucking head. I don't give a fuck. It's just, you still got to get up every morning. You still got to live your life. Your loved ones are dying. You're out of fucking work, and now I got to worry about who's fucking president. I just hope they do the right thing, whoever the fuck it is, Biden, Kamala, I don't know. Conspiracy theories, the fucking people going to get shot today. They just busted some guy last night that was going to shoot a missile at fucking New York. Did you see that shit? I mean, who the fuck knows? So if this is the last time we see each other, whatever fucking Khabib says, Kamala, whatever the fuck he says, God be it. I don't know. I came to you early this morning to let you know I love you, and we had a great time together. I don't know what's going to happen after today. If they're going to take down the internet, they're going to bomb us, we're going to bomb them. I don't know, but my heart goes out to you, cocksuckers, whatever you decide to do. Anyway, what else is going on in my fucking world? I got 1,000 things. If it ain't one thing, it's the fucking other. Now I'm getting accused of, I get accused of something every week, and I'm starting to love it now. I'm starting to love it now. This little fucking tete-a-tete, I'm going to tell you, started 2 fucking years ago. 2 years ago, I went to play a club with Kate Quigley and fucking my man Dean Del Rizzi. We went to play a fucking club. As I do when I work with people, when we work together, we fly in. I think we flew in Thursday night together. We hung out late in one of the rooms. We ordered room service. We ate. Everybody goes back to their room. And then the next morning we woke up. We had breakfast on our own. And then I usually meet whoever I take with me on the road. And we do whatever the fuck we're going to do. So I fucking, I get to the hotel. Me, Dean, and Kate hang out. Whatever. We go to bed. We wake up Friday morning. We got that night, Friday night. And then I think we got Boston on Saturday night. I'm telling you guys the story right now. And before I was leaving, before I come to a town, people will hit me up and go, hey, I'm excited. I've got 2 tickets. I can't wait to see you. Are we going to be able to take a picture? People always. This is a week before I come to your town. I start getting little Twitter messages, Facebook messages, whatever. People will ask me, and I communicate, yeah, I'll be in. I'll say, thank you. I always answer back. I'm not a big comedy star, so I always try to answer back as much as I can. So I answered whoever sent me this thing, and I said, yeah, great, man. I'll see you at the fucking show. Okay. Now, I don't know about people's personal lives. I don't know what you do before you come to the show, whether you robbed a bank. I don't know. I don't know if you came from a dealer's house. I don't know if you raped somebody. I don't know. I don't ask you at the fucking door. Okay? I don't know. I don't know what reasons you're there for. I don't know what you expect from me. I don't know. All I'm going to do is do a show. I'm going to do a show. When I go on the road, I have no expectations of anything. I bring my own weed. I bring my own edibles. And I try to keep it as contained as I can. What do you mean by contained? I try to, I was doing 2 podcasts a week, plus an extra one, whatever. I was raising a kid. I was working out. I was helping my wife. And then on the weekend, I would go on the road. So for me, going on the road between us is like a fucking vacation. Like to go on the road for 3 days between us is like a vacation for me. What does that mean? To be strictly honest with you, I'll tell you. When I went on the road early on, it was miserable. I went on the road by myself. When I started comedy, I started in 91. I can't believe I'm going to be involved with comedy 30 years this year. February is going to be 30 years that I'm involved with comedy because I actually got a job at a comedy club as a doorman and watched. So I've been involved with comedy for 30 fucking years. So 95, when I started doing triple runs and stuff, I was I was an old guy. I was already 32. Yeah, 32, 95. But like I was young still. I was a young comic at 32. What did that mean? I went out to fucking be a comic. I went out to party, to do drugs, and to have sex. That's it. What do you become a comic for when you sing when you're 32? To fucking bring a Bible and read in your hotel room? No. You go on the road to fucking get high. And I didn't start comedy. At that time, I was just a road comic. I didn't want to go to Hollywood. I didn't want to do movies. I wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in prison. I'm going to be lucky if they do a background check to let me in the club. Never mind TV and commercials and shit like that, podcast. I just want to be a fucking comic, okay? So when I first started going on the road, I was a feature act, and which means you're a fucking understudy, which means you're a sack of shit. So you go out, you get, $250 for 5 shows on New Year's weekend, okay? And that's the type of money you make. Some places will pay you $75 a show. So my expectations were low. I would go out, go to the hotel room. Yeah, you got to eat the free food at the bar. because you don't have money to go to a restaurant. So you eat whatever they give you at the bar. Onion rings, that's why I got up to 418 fucking pounds, because you're eating all this fried fucking shit. But my first, till 2002, I went on the road by myself. And some rooms, then when I moved to LA and I became a regular at the store, I started headlining some rooms. So I would go out to some rooms as a feature, and I would do C rooms and D rooms as a headline. You know, it was every man for himself. You want to hear stories? I got 1,000 stories. The triple runs, you know, fucking Idaho Falls, you know, American Falls, the Air Force Base up there in Idaho. You know, when you do triple runs, they're from probably, I don't know, in those days, there was another company that booked Milwaukee, but whatever's opposite to the west of Milwaukee, to Wisconsin, and in is all Tripleville, and then going down, which is Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Northern California. He had a partner that booked Northern California. All of Oregon was triples, and a lot of stuff in Washington, Yakima, it doesn't matter, Tacoma, a lot of the stuff was triple runs. Those rooms are a Motel 6. You go on the road, you eat, you know, sometimes you get laid, sometimes you don't, you sleep with a waitress, whatever. But then I moved to LA, and I went out as a headliner by myself at first. I was eating shit. I ate a bag of shit in Jacksonville. I ate a bag of shit on all the creative runs. I remember dying such a slow death in Charlotte. They wouldn't even take my calls no more. I was so fucking bad. This is going back to 98, 99. But then I got a new treat in life. A friend of mine by the name of Joe Rogan started taking me on the road. And that was a great experience. Because with Joe, it was just great. It was me, Chris McGuire, and Joe at first. I was the MC. And then, you know, Chris wasn't a regular at the store. Chris is more of a writer. Chris is a great guy. He just hit me up 2 days ago to check up on me in the knee. Still talk to him since 98. Chris went on to write, and then Joe took me on the road. I was always having problems, like drug problems and stuff, so that's why Joe started bringing Ari also and Duncan, and it was just a fucking party. I mean, Joe Rogan is such a great guy, and he was so fucking generous with us. Did he need 3 openers? No, but he still took us, and he watched me, and he schooled me, and I'll tell you what, man, I loved Joe's way. Sorry, I was looking over there. I thought I seen a spider. Every once in a while, you see a little fucking spider downstairs. I like the way Joe treated me. The reason I treat feature acts or people who work for me the way I do is because the way Joe Rogan treated me when I worked for him. Whenever you have a chance, if you'd like, hit Lee up and go, was Joey a fucking gentleman with you? I took Lee to comedy shows at the Ice House. I didn't take Lee on the road because I had other comics that worked and were feature acts and had to go on the road. But anything Lee did with me, Lee got $1. Lee got money. And Mike is the same way. Mike, I get weed. Whatever I get, I'm in one of those guys. In for a penny, in for a pound. That's a school of thought I come from. And you could go out to reach out to Dean Delray, reach out to Felicia, who I spoke to today, yesterday. It was a great conversation. I realized how much I loved her. You know, you could reach out to anybody who's open for me. I take care of them. I take care of them because Rogan took care of me. Weed, whatever, edibles, malanga pills, whatever. I mean, me and Ari have stories and Duncan about fucking being in Houston, Texas, and there was this guy who still comes to my shows today, 20 years later, who used to bring us jars of Vicodins and shit. And we didn't even know what to do with them. Like, we're like, what do we do with these? We would give them away at the club to all the comics and shit like that. But that's how long. When I went on the road with Joe Rogan, I learned how to, like, he taught me how to economize, how to make the best out of my road work, like how to do it the most efficient way. You know, you're flying the night before, you go to, like Joe Rogan's a fucking animal. Joe Rogan would take us, like, he'd ask the concierge at the hotel, what's the best restaurant in town? This one, let's go. We go to the best restaurant in town, get what you want on the fucking menu. I think he's my brother. Why do you think I love him so much? Why do you think I laugh at you guys? I laugh at the people who make remarks about him because he helped so many fucking comics. He helped groom so many comics, and I was one of them. He helped groom me. I was like his fucking Frankenstein. He helped groom me. He would tell me, go up there, say that fucking joke. Fuck it, commit, do it. He would, like other fucking, I could name 10 comics that have told me not to say that joke in front of me, or you're too crazy, you're unwild. He fucking loved it. He fucking loved it. And the crazier I was, the more he loved it. You know who's the same way about me? Gabe Iglesias. The crazy, you remember that Comedy Central show he had that he put me on? He paid for the show to put me on. He went to war with Comedy Central. He's like, put on a suit and come out fucking throwing heat. I love those motherfuckers because of that, because they had my back. So because those guys treated me the way they did, this is the way I treat my fucking features. So I go all out with these motherfuckers. So anyway, back to the fucking story. So me, Kate, and Dean go eat. And on the way back, it's a casino. We asked the security guy where we go smoke. The guy asked us, he goes, you guys aren't smoking in the room, are you? We're like, no. He goes, if you want to go smoke, I got a spot for you. So,
The security guy?
yeah, the security guy, this is great. So, me, Dean doesn't smoke weed, and neither does Kate, but they're kind enough to come with me. And we go outside to the smoking balcony, and we smoked this joint. Now, one of the people who told me they were coming to the show, that they bought tickets and the whole thing, I'm not going to mention no names on here, but that person came up to me and said, hi, I'm coming to your show, I'm excited, blah, 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 blah. She smelled the weed on us. She goes, did you guys just smoke? We go, yeah, we're so sorry, but we might smoke later on. I think Kate even stayed with her and hung out with her. Kate went somewhere with her, or they went to the bar for a drink. The show ends. I go back up to my room, you know. Like I said, when I go on the road, it's to fucking relax, guys. I could name you in the last, since, what have we been doing this? Since 2013 to 2020, to February 29th of 2020, my last road week. I could name the 10 people who have been in my hotel room and 10 people whose hotel room I've been in. Like Dean always comes in my hotel room. You know, Kate Quigley always comes to my hotel room if I'm in Vegas. Like if I do Vegas and I bring them with me, I get such a big room that I order food and they give me a food allotment. I order food and I tell them to come over. I'll call them and go, what do you want from the menu? Look, I order it and we all eat together in my room. On this particular day, we went to one of the restaurants in the casino. We went downstairs. People were coming up to us, but this particular person came up to us and said, how you guys doing? You know, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's a shame that you guys smoked already. I wanted to smoke with you. I go, listen, we might come back and smoke later on, and we'll give you a fucking call. Or we'll let you know. Are you staying in a hotel room? Yeah, whatever. Now, between you and me, guys, when you have a secret spot at a casino, you don't really want to smoke with 20 people, because then it's not a secret no more. Now they blow up your fucking spot. So we didn't come down again. I think I popped edibles. I went out there and I did my time. We all did our time. And then what do you do at a casino? I go outside and I took pictures and shaked hands with people. I go back to my room, and the next morning we're headed to Boston. And on the drive to Boston, Kate goes, did we see that girl at the show? I go, no. She didn't even fucking take a picture with us. All those emails and shit. And, no, you know, she didn't even take a picture with us. I don't know what the fuck happened. We go to Boston. You know, I don't have Facebook on the road. So I go to Boston. I do the 2 shows in Boston. We get up Sunday morning. We get on JetBlue and we head back to LA. Never thought about it again. I get into my fucking house. I go on Facebook and I got a message from the girl telling me that she passed out. She got drunk and she can't fucking believe it. She's angry at herself for not coming to the show. She want to kick herself in the ass. And I said, listen, I'm sorry, it happened also. I go, next time I do Boston or something like that, I'll just throw you a ticket or whatever. The last time I did Boston, I offered her a ticket and she couldn't go. So I didn't think nothing of it. Nothing. You know how it goes. You live your life, boom. I think about 4 months later, I get an email that from some guy that fucking his girlfriend came to my show, that she left him at his house and she went to the show. That means she came to the show and she wanted to fuck one of us, or he's accused us or whatever. He doesn't know if it's me or Dean. And I'm fucking laughing my ass off. I'm like, this is the shit that, it doesn't piss me off, but it just goes to whatever. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't even answer. I got this email. I didn't even know who they were talking about. They said their girlfriend came to the show and didn't take her boyfriend with them. So what would you do, Mike, if your girlfriend went to a show without you? Do you go back and go, what the fuck happened? We were supposed to go to a show together. I don't know. I don't know what type of people do this. I don't know what's going on. So all I know is... What's that?
Wouldn't email the comic.
No, I don't fucking know. I don't know nothing. I get back. I say, okay, so she got drunk and she couldn't make it to the show. I didn't know nothing of it. Now I get an email from the girl's boyfriend that he left her there. That means she was up to no good. This girl's a good girl. From what I see on Facebook, she's a mom, for Christ's sake. But I also thought about a roommate. Not a roommate. I had a friend that I lived with, and he let a friend of his stay on the couch for a few months after his divorce. And I remember that I would try to be like an ear to this guy. And I would ask him, why did your wife throw you out or whatever? And, the first 2 weeks, it was always the same story. We didn't get along. She's a fucking cunt. Whatever. And I took it. I had just gotten separated. So I just, we were just an ear for each other. The guy had a weird name. His name was Mudge. So that's what we called him. His street name was Mudge Fudge or something. I don't know. He tells me after 2 weeks, he goes, you know what the real problem was? And I go, what was the problem? He goes, back in high school, she fucked a friend of mine. I go, whoa. So you've been with this chick since high school? He goes, no. We went to high school together. We graduated. She went to a college. I went to a college. And then when we came back, we went to work at a summer program, and we both met at the summer program. And we had the same friends and blah, 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 blah. And then we got married. Everything was fine. I think one night she told him, like after they were married. So this happened when I stayed with my friend Manny, it had to be 94, 93. And I was 31 years old. This guy was a few years older than me. And I'm like, what? And he goes, this whole fucking thing started because she slept with a friend of mine in high school. I go, were you with her? And he goes, no, I wasn't with her. But it doesn't fucking matter. She's a fucking whore. And I'm like, you got kids with her. You got kids with her. And you're fucking bringing up somebody she slept with like her junior year in high school that she didn't know you. But there's guys that are out there like that. That they'll love to fucking pick fights with women over something they did before you were fucking around. Listen, go upstairs to my wife right now and tell her something I did before we met. She'll go fuck yourself. Like the time when the blowjob from 97. She goes, I got no claim in that fucking blowjob. That's what a real person does. You can't control what your girlfriend did before she met you or what your boyfriend did. You accept them for who they are today and you live with it. If you don't like it, then don't date them no more. If you got a problem with them sleeping with somebody that in 1987 and it bothers you still today, I think you got a fucking problem. So that's all he said to me. He goes, I think you slept with my girlfriend. Somebody slept with her. She wouldn't have left without me. I know her. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. What do you want me to do? Nobody slept with her. Like I said, I didn't see her after that. So what the fuck do you want from me now? So now every month I'm getting hit from this guy. Hey man, you ruined the relationship. What the fuck are you talking about? So yesterday morning I wake up. Did you see that? Somebody posted my address.
No.
Like a fake address.
On Twitter?
Yeah, on Twitter.
No, I didn't.
Like on Twitter or on Instagram or whatever, they post like a face thing and they're going to come beat me up because I slept with their girlfriend and all this shit. I haven't slept with nobody. Who the fuck wants to sleep with me? Who the fuck wants to sleep with me? Do you know what I'm saying? This girl, I got this girl by 20 fucking years. She wouldn't look at my dick. She's a fan of the fucking podcast and she's a fan of Reefer. That's what she's a fan of. She's not a fan of fucking Joey Diaz. She doesn't give a fuck. She wouldn't. Nobody came to those shows to fucking sleep with me unless you're fucking crazy. Unless you're fucking crazy. I'm an old fucking man. But till this day.
Have you heard from her?
Oh yeah, she. On Facebook we talk from time to time. She never brought it up. But yesterday morning she was calling me fucking on Facebook. What's that thing when they messenger shit? I didn't hear it. I don't hear it. I don't know what the fuck people think that. Are you supposed to hear a phone ring on Messenger?
Sometimes you hear the setting, right.
And what do you hear? Like, it's mine just isn't on.
Sometimes it just sounds like a phone ringing, and it's like a messenger phone call.
Oh, no, I never get I don't hear nothing. But this is what I'm talking about. I mean, so, in my world, accusations have been flying since day fucking one. But this one is just so fucking far-fetched. And for it to still be going on 2 years fucking later, either you should have dumped her by now if you didn't trust her. Because that's what this is basically about, that you don't fucking trust her. Mm-hmm. So then just dump her. But you're going to come after me. You're going to say things to Dean. You're going to say things to Kat. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with people? And that's what's been eating. That's what eats at me. Listen. You know how many times people have hit me up already since I've been doing the podcast and said to me, "You motherfucker, I knew it was you who robbed me in '83. I'm happy you admitted it on the fucking podcast. I was going crazy." You know how many of those I've gotten? 20. And we're all cool. It happened fucking... There's a chick's house I robbed December 18th, 1983. Guess what? I still talk to her on the phone. She found out through a podcast that I robbed her, and she fucking hunted me down, called me, and she's like, "You fucking robbed me, you son of a bitch." Guess what? I was going to call her 2 years... I was talking to her 2 years ago about going up to Aspen and visiting her. She had me a condo for me and my wife and the kid. That's how cool I am with people now. They just wanted to know the truth. That's it. I'll tell you the fucking truth. If you want to know the truth, I'll tell you the fucking truth. I didn't sleep with nobody. Nobody. Dog, if you look at my dick and balls, let me tell you what happened, okay? Let me tell you how bad things are when you're 58 years old. So when I got home from the hospital, they told me I couldn't take a shower because of the stitches. That's great. That lasted fucking a day and a half, okay? One whiff of my nutsack. And what happened was my wife was wrapping my leg with the thing. She was actually, what me and my wife do is basically I get up, I come down here, I put the sink on the first day, and, I get like a hot towel. I kept the shower running. I had to hold on to a fucking stool, and I would wipe my armpits there, my balls, and then she would wipe my back and stuff. I don't want my wife wiping my asshole or my dick. But the one night she was rubbing my leg, she was putting something on my leg, and she had to be like 8 inches from my nutsack, maybe a foot, and she actually said something to me. She's like, "Hey man, I love you to death. We've been together for 20 years, but you got to do something about those balls. I could smell them from here." I go, "Done." So now we wrap my fucking, you think I'm fucking kidding you, we wrap my leg like with a saran wrap, and I take the fucking stroller into the shower, and I just sit there, I wet myself up, bop, 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 and I take a shower. There is no fucking way I'm doing little fucking, hot water baths, whatever. And, like I got home on Saturday, and I took like a good hot water bath after the hospital. She wiped me down. And then Saturday night, we did another one, because you know me, I like to be clean. I'm a fat dude. I got weird odors coming out of me. So that Saturday night, I did the same wash again, switched underwears. You know me, dog. I'm by the book. I got 3,000 pair of underwears, me undies upstairs. They kept sending me underwear all those years. So if I put a pair of underwear and fart, I change fucking underwear. That's how fucking solid I am. So I took the fucking underwear. I took them off. And she told me, she's like, "Dog, I don't know what's in that area there." And I stopped taking these pills. See, I was taking this GNC testosterone package, Healthy Men's Testosterone. Oh. Let me explain something to you. The smell of your piss. When I take Alpha Brain and Shroom Tech and Sport and shit, nothing stinks like that. GNC has one pill in their fucking men's testosterone that makes your piss smell so bad. I'll tell you how bad it makes your piss smell. And again, we got no fucking secrets between us. There are times I am sitting watching TV and I could actually smell my piss that I just pissed. When I did The Sopranos, I had to pull the wardrobe lady aside and go, look, don't smell those pants. Whatever you do, dry clean those motherfuckers, because every time I pissed, I had to piss in a hurry because there was only one bathroom for COVID. And every time you ever put your dick back in your pants and there's a little leakage and you're like, God damn it. That's what was going on that day. I was pissing so much that I was rushing it and I was putting my dick back in my underwear, and then my underwear would smell like a fucking goat. So I said, fuck it. I had to tell her after the first night of shooting, I go, do me a favor. Send those right to the fucking dry cleaners. Because they fucking stink so fucking bad. She was like, okay. I was so embarrassed. Like I had to pull her aside because I didn't want her to get the whiff of them, to be folding the pants and to go, what the fuck? So thank God, ever since I stopped lifting weights last Thursday, the 7th, I stopped taking those testosterone pills. It's not testosterone, it's like a booster or whatever. I don't even know if it works or not. Somebody gave me a sample and it felt good. So I stopped taking those. So if without them, I could see with those pills, my dick and my ball combination stinking up a storm. But without those fucking things, for your balls to still stink, that's fucking embarrassing in my world. So we'll fucking shake hands and part friends. I went and took a shower, and I've been taking 2 showers a day ever since this fucking surgery. I just wrapped my leg up with fucking saran wrap, brother, and boom, I go in there. So if my wife is telling me to my face that my balls stink, how do you think I feel in my head? Like in my head, I've known for 8 years. Since I've had Mercy, and since I was like 49, I'm like, I can't show this dick to nobody no more. This is the ugliest thing in the world. The morning of my surgery, when they put the intravenous in me, I was so fucking scared that day. I had shrinkage issues in the emergency room. My dick went all the way in. When I tell you that my dick shrunk to 1 inch for 4 days after the surgery, I'm not fucking lying to you. I don't know what the fuck it is about surgery, but my dick helmet went all the way in. I still remember before the surgery, I had to piss. I told you motherfuckers, the dude, I go, I gotta piss. He goes, oh, don't worry about it. We'll put a tube in your dick if you have to piss during the surgery, and then we'll pull it out. I go, no, you will not do that shit. No, you will not. I will piss right here. They had to bring the catheter, whatever the fuck that thing is, and I remember a girl holding it. She's like, I got it. I couldn't even grab my dick to piss in there. Piss was just sprinkling everywhere like a fucking Brooklyn fucking sprinkler head. It just kept fucking going around and around in circles. So I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is the most embarrassing thing. They even told me at the hospital like Friday night, I think it's time to change your robe, because I had to piss in the bed. So I kept pissing the thing and little bits of piss would go out. I think that room smelled like fucking death. So these are all the reasons why I wouldn't even consider. Like, we fuck around. I'll show you my balls on the internet if you like. I've showed you my balls before. You know that the boys love to see the balls. Those comedy motherfuckers, they love when I take my balls out at the Comedy Store. They loved it for years. I did it. It was a goof. But to show them to a fucking girl at my age, ever since I was 50, that's been the last thought on my mind, guys. And listen, everybody loves a good blowjob or a good piece of ass. For me, it's been a complete different opposite of that, because what do I tell my little daughter? What do I tell my daughter? That I can't be a father no more because I cheated on her? I'm going to lose all this because of my fucking daughter? So it's never even been on my fucking curriculum. It's never been on my fucking curriculum. You know, look at the friends I have, the women that are in my life. They're fucking beautiful. Kate Quigley, you wouldn't try something with Kate Quigley? Really? Oh, you're that much of a Christian? I've never tried nothing with Kate Christian. One time fucking around when I told me to show me those skinny fucking tits or whatever. But no, she's my fucking best friend, my sister. Felicia Michaels, beautiful piece of ass, was in Playboy. Ask her. Ask her if I ever come on to Felicia Michaels. There's no need to. She would look at me and go, and Joey, I would never... I mean, Felicia says the funniest fucking things you've ever heard in your life when I'm alone with her. I took her to this comedy show one night, and we bumped into a well-known musician that will leave unknown. I mean, he's one of the biggest musicians of all time. he was at a fucking comedy show. And we're walking out, me and her, and a friend of mine says, hey, have you ever met this guy? And I go, no. And I'm like, hey, man, very nice to meet you. I'll just give you a hint. He's got a radio show. I shake his hand. I go, very nice to meet you. You know, it's a pleasure. I love your band. This is my friend Felicia Michaels, because Felicia came with me. Felicia shook his hand. We turned away. What? Right? Most people would go, I can't believe that's fucking blah, blah, blah. You know what Felicia said to me? She goes, I think he needs some hair conditioner. His hair is a bit on the dry side. I go, is that what the fuck you just noticed when you meet one of the biggest musicians in the fucking world? That his hair needs conditioning, that it's dry? You know, they're fucking 80. So they got to keep dyeing their hair jet black. So eventually your hair gets fucking, you know, fucking, it just sizzled it. But that's her world. Ask her. I remember Felicia Michaels had to take a picture. I went to her house one morning. I was laying there and I go, you know what? I need a fucking album cover for my CD. I need an album cover. What the fuck did I take a picture of my balls for?
That was
The documentary? Where I got my balls
Where I
from.
got my balls.
Yeah. I'll never forget. I was laying there and I'm like, what kind of cover can I possibly put on this fucking documentary? I'm bending my knee 90 degree, guys. Already 11 days, and I'm fucking in. I keep working it, too. I don't give a fuck. But, ooh, look at that. How's that for you, motherfuckers? You see that? Doing my own therapy. By the way, I start therapy tomorrow. What am I considered? An outpatient now, because the inpatient people don't come over here no more. I'm an outpatient now. So, back to this Felicia story. I fucking get up one morning. I'm like, what kind of album cover am I going to put on this? I go, it's where I got my balls from. I got to have my balls in there somewhere, or a picture of balls, or something. So I said, let's do this the right way. Fuck it. I'll take a picture of my balls. Now I got to find somebody to take a picture of your balls. Who can I fucking possibly ask to take a picture of your balls? If you go to a guy, he might punch you in the fucking face. And if you go to a woman, they might charge you with, he tried to show me his fucking balls. That's what I need in my life right now. But me and Felicia were cooler than that. So I just called her up. I go, Felicia, do you have 5 minutes? I want to talk to you face to face. You know, you don't want to ask somebody to take a picture of your balls on the phone, because by the time you get there, the cops will be there waiting for you. You want to ask them to their face. So if they do decide to call the cops, you got time to run. You know, even though she was my best friend at the time, I'm a little worried about this question. So I call her up. I go, Felicia, do you mind if I come over and ask you a personal question? She's like, come over. Nobody's here. I go over there. I roll up a joint. I go, can I talk to you about something? I go, Felicia, I have this documentary. I go, it's called Where I Got My Balls From. Do you mind taking a picture of my ball sack? Dog, she just froze. And she looked at me like, then she goes, I'd love to. And I go, all right, get the camera. And she got the camera. I took my dick. I held it. She did not see my dick. I did not show her my dick. I held it up here like a fucking gun. And I just kept my legs open. And she came right in and zoomed in with him. And she came as close as could be and took a picture of him. She put the camera down. She looked me in the face and she goes, those are some balls. And that was it right there. She showed me. She took like 8 pictures. She showed them to me and she goes, they were kind of scary. That was as close up as I could get without getting scared of them. She goes, that big vein in the middle of them, that's the scariest vein I've seen on nutsacks. And I've seen nutsacks before. They're my fucking best friends. You know what I'm saying? If I never came on to them, why would I come on to some fucking chick that was coming to come see me? So the point of this fucking story is, again, with the fucking accusations, that I slept with somebody's fucking girlfriend. I mean, it never fucking stops. A couple weeks ago, what about the dude, before I left California, there was a rumor I cheated on my wife. I told my wife something about some fucking lady. It never fucking ends. So don't believe everything you hear. So far, in the last 10 years I've been podcasting, I tell you what's on my mind. And I'll tell you, as embarrassing as it is, I've told some very embarrassing stories about my life on this podcast and the things I've done and things I'm not fucking proud of. But I told them anyway. I don't give a fuck. You're my therapist, guys. That's what you guys don't understand. When you come to do a podcast, if you're not talking to your audience or your family and you're being as honest as you can, as you would be with a psychologist or your therapist or whatever the fuck, then why are you doing this? If I'm going to come here and tell you a half story, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to tell you the whole story so you know the truth. I want you to know the fucking truth. I don't give a fuck about what I did. Yeah, I robbed this guy, I robbed that guy, I did drugs, I did this. You can't take that away. It's already done. You have to judge me by what I'm doing today and how I'm living my life today. Do you understand me? That's how you fucking judge me. How I'm living my life today. Whatever happened in 97 or 98, even for you guys, I have no control over. That as far as I'm concerned, it didn't happen. You're a different fucking person. I don't give a fuck. Am I going to be nice? If you rape somebody, I'm not going to be fucking nice to you. But if you did a common fucking mistake, and I see that you're a gentleman today, you got my fucking love and respect. That's how I work it. I don't give a fuck about people's past at all. As long as you're a decent person today, you took care of those fucking things. And you know what? The last I checked, I took care of those fucking things. The last good thing I fucking did was I called somebody that lent me money. I swear to God, this guy lent me money. $24 years ago. He never asked for it back. He never asked for it back. I always kept in touch with him. I was always very grateful to him. He got into a spot in like 2007, and he goes, "Hey man, I need to collect that money. Do you mind?" And I go, "Brother, I don't have it." And he goes, "I don't understand how you can't have it. You've been doing comedy for so long now. You did The Longest Yard." I go, "I did The Longest Yard in 2004. Whatever money I had from The Longest Yard, I paid debts off in the 10 previous fucking years. I didn't have your number. I didn't know how to get a hold of you. We had lost contact. I'm very fucking sorry." He's like, "I can't believe I'm coming to fucking LA and you're not going to have my money. I'm going to need this." I go, "Listen, if there's anything else I could do for you, I'll do it for you. If you want me to start sending you payments." He goes, "No. I mean, this was after he lent me the money in 95. This is 2007 or 2008. I hadn't heard from the guy. I knew he was in dire needs. So he called me, and I called him back like 2 weeks later to say, "Listen, what if I gave you 500 and I'll make payments?" And he didn't answer the phone. He never returned my fucking number. I called him like a month or two later, and he had changed his number, and I don't know what the fuck happened to him. I started making money, and I put away that money that he gave me because I was going to give it to him as an investment. He bought me a car. He gave me money for clothes. I think he lent me like 1,500 fucking bucks. You're not going to believe this story. He lent me 1,500 fucking bucks to get my life started. Mike Kessler, my Uncle Mike, the one that was on the podcast all fucked up, he calls up from time to time. He sold me the car. He got me the Nissan. It was the car I took on the road for years. I was indebted to that guy. If you know anything about me, guys, if you do anything for me, I'm indebted to you. Never mind fucking start my career. This guy jump-started my fucking career. Tribble called me on like a fucking Thursday to go out on the road for 6 weeks. I didn't have no fucking car. I was going to take a rental. And he was the one that said, "Why don't you find a little cheap car and I'll lend you the money till you get on your feet." I fucking bought the car, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, to make a long story short, 2007, 2008, he calls me. He's very upset with me. I was very upset with him. I didn't know how to get a hold of him. 2010, I started making a little bit more money, and I put away some money and I tried to call him. I called a bunch, and every time I went to fucking Denver, every time I went to Wendy Curtis's, the Comedy Works, I would call my friends in Boulder and say, "Anybody know how to get a hold of this guy? Anybody see him? Anybody do anything?" Nobody do nothing. So for the last 3 fucking years, I've been sitting there going, how the fuck do I pay my payment out to this guy? Okay. About 2 months ago, again, Facebook Messenger is like the thing I do when I'm the most bored. Because it's the last line of defense. Once I've answered the Twitter messages, once I've answered the Facebook messages, my Hotmail messages, that's the last line of defense. I'll go on Messenger and find 200 fucking messages that I haven't read. And I'll go through them. If it's somebody wishing me a happy birthday, it was a fucking year ago. What am I going to do? Thank you now? I'm already ungrateful in their fucking eyes. But if it's somebody who's like a friend of mine that's trying to get a hold of me, I saw this name it kind of rang a bell. And I opened up the email, and it's like, hey, how you doing? I worked with your Colorado Sports Advisors. What's going on? Do you still talk to some of the old guys? He goes, I know they'd love to hear from you. And he just put the names out and their phone numbers. And he put that kid's number that I owed money to. Fucking, I was so happy. I called him up, and this is right after I got here. He fucking hit me up on Facebook. I got the number. I called. It was a long ring. They're not going to pick up my call because they see the area code 323. Nobody knows where it's coming from. And then you see the name Jose Diaz, and you're like, I'm not fucking, nobody puts it together right away. So I left him a message. Hey, man, this is Joey Diaz. You called me a couple of years ago. I didn't have the money for you. I got your money today. I didn't hear from him for like 2 days. He called back. He's like, is this really you? I go, it's really me, man. He goes, do you really have the money? I go, I really have your money. He goes, you don't understand how bad I need that money right now. He gave me $1,500. You don't want to know what I gave him as an investment back. I mean, it was a 20 fucking year investment. I had to make good on it. I sent him the dough. Now we're friends. When I went down to, every time I go down to Uncle Vinny's on Wednesdays, I use a different friend of mine to give me a ride. I use either cops that are still working, and I try to throw them a couple of yardsticks, or friends of mine that are felons and they can't work but they carry a gun and they're still fucking nuts. I always try to pick somebody every Wednesday that could use the money really bad, or he's a dear friend of mine. And I have like 4 ex-cops. I got like 2 cops that are still cops. And I got like 3 criminals. And I alternate in between all 3 of those, all fucking 6 of those guys for different rides, And I give them a couple hundred just because, hey, that's what the Patreon is for. And that's what this whole thing was for, The last time I went down there, my friend Luke, my nephew, Luke Gallo, he's a cop, and he was telling me that, Dave Portney, the owner of Barstool Sports, who I'm a big fan of, put away 26, he put a fund together, like $26 fucking million to help out business. Guys, I didn't know anything about it. To help out businesses and whatever, I think fucking restaurants. So I think like Aaron Rodgers donated $500,000 to save a restaurant that he really liked. A couple people, the quarterback from Tampa Bay gave money. A lot of people have given money. I'm going to give a donation to Dave Portney out of the Patreon account this week. Once they pay us on the 5th of the month, whatever, for restaurant owners or whatever. But I just want to let you know that I've been doing my part on the Patreon. I'm not looking, you can't help everybody, guys. But I got to help the people that are closest to me first. I got to help the people in my circle. A lot of comics, that they're hurting. So that's what I use my Patreon for, to help a lot of those people out. $200, $300, $400 a month, 3 or 4 or 5 people. I got my drivers that I'm trying to help out, Mikey. We're all trying to help each other out here, man. And this is what I do with the P money, is I try to just, I can't help a business. I wish I could help a small business come back, but I've been just trying to help the people that are closest to me in my inner circle as much as I can. Tonight before we started, you saw I had to call a friend, and tomorrow he has to go for a bunch of tests. He doesn't have a car, so he has to rent a car. And that's what we do. That's what we're doing right now. We're helping out the people that are around us. But I just want to let you know what we're doing as the joint, Uncle Joey's joint, and the mind of Joey Diaz, what we're doing with that Patreon money. I'm not making big money here. Nobody's fucking eating out or nothing. We're trying to help individuals, little comics, guys that you would never hear of or want to hear of, guys that are, and there's some people I just send they're called Boost. Our job here is to make somebody's day. That's what our job is. Mike, when you come here, I always give you a little weed, right? Sometimes it's 2 nugs. But I always try to make somebody's day. That's your mission. Forget about who the fuck the president is today. Who gives a fuck? Your job to this country and what you owe America is this. Be nice to somebody every day. One fucking person. Be kind. Especially what we're going through right now. Call them. Be kind. You know, give somebody a bud. I mean, I love to give Mike a pound. I don't have a pound. But if I had a pound, half of it would be his. You know, in my world, I'm like, you know, the worst people in life. You know, when I watched that documentary, the 7-5, I got to meet Mike Dowd. You know, on paper, Mike Dowd, a lot of people think he's crazy. But there's one thing I know for a fact about Mike Dowd that I've heard it from people. If Mike Dowd has $2 and you need it, Mike Dowd will give it to you. Whether he robbed it, whether he stole it from a drug dealer. And in my world, that's all that fucking matters. You know, if I got 2 pieces of rice, Mike gets 1. And if I got 3, Mike gets 2 because he's got a kid at the house. Or we split the third. Half goes to my kid and half goes to Mike's kid. That's how we do it here. So, in retrospect and in closing, that's what I wanted to talk about today. That this podcast and my world is about making somebody's day. I know this podcast was all over the place today, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed telling these stories. I'm sorry about the commotion up there with this guy and his girlfriend and the grief that they're going through. The guy got on Patreon to fucking threaten me. So I had to tell him to go fuck himself. Remember the podcast I did a couple of weeks ago about how I'm prepared if somebody wants to fuck around? It's hysterical how that podcast was taken out of content and how people thought it was meant towards them. I love that type of shit. A guy like me loves that type of shit. Now, if you know anything about Lee, hit Lee up and ask Lee. Lee has given me the biggest compliments in my life because we worked together for 8 years. We knew each other. And Lee once told me, he goes, bro, you're very calculated. He goes, I realized by working with you that you're very calculated. You don't do anything unless there's a payoff or unless there's a movement. And that's what I try to do when I tell these stories, is tell movement. It's hysterical. I told the story on here a couple of weeks ago how I'm prepared, and other people took it the wrong fucking way.
Did a whole podcast about it, too.
Yeah, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, nothing else to fucking talk about.
And fucking people took it as the wrong way, and I love it. Because I was just letting the right people know, listen, if you got a fucking problem with me and you want to fuck around, bring it. Give yourself a try. Whatever. Especially over some girl that nothing happened, you're wasting your time. If you're that untrustworthy, if you don't trust the person you love that much, don't deal with them. And go to a fucking class and learn how to get trust issues and how to trust people and how to love people again. You know, we've been together for 20 years. I don't give a fuck about what my wife did before she met me. I know she had a past. I don't care. I don't ask. It's got nothing to do with me, and it's none of my business. My business is to provide happiness for her today. The same thing with all my friends, whether it be Mike, whether it be Jimmy Florentine. I love all you motherfuckers the same. So I was just letting you motherfuckers know. I'm in Jersey. I'm in my backyard here. Even on my block, I got 2 cops. My backyard is watched by a fucking cop all day long that loves me to death. He lives 3 or 4 doors down. If you've noticed, I've always lived next to cops. I've always been frank with them about weapons. They know I'm felons. You don't think they know? They know I'm a fucking felon. I don't lie to nobody. I don't give a fuck. It was a mistake I made, and I did it, and we're done with. But it's so funny how I did that podcast, and other people started getting scared. He's talking about me. No, nobody gives a fuck about you, you fucking jerk off. That's it, and that's that, motherfucker. We made it through another week. It's election day. I hope you watch this podcast nice and early. Listen, I don't know what's going to happen today. I'm not a psychic. I just know that the troops on their way to Washington, they're not allowed to have people. I don't think there's going to be people allowed at the inauguration. I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the day today. But all I want you to know is to stay home, mind your business. I'm not doing no shows. I'm not doing nothing for the next couple days. Right now, this country needs to heal a little bit, and that's all I give a fuck about. I want to congratulate you guys. On our new president, whoever the fuck it is, and I want to let you guys know I love you and thank you for all your support and your fucking love over the years. I know who you are. I know who you are, and I got your back the same way you got my back. Thank you very much for letting me come into your homes. Thank you very much for letting me come into your cars. Thank you very much for letting me into your life. I'm not the ideal candidate, but I'm your fucking man. You got me, I got you. I'm with you, you're with me, and the rest of these punk-ass bitches want to be with us. I love you. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Election Day. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll see you Monday. Tip Top Magoo, 7 a.m., ready to go. I don't know what's going to happen. So we'll communicate through Twitter, Patreon, and Facebook. I love you, motherfuckers. Have a great weekend. Stay black. And I'll see you next week. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you again for listening today. I want to thank you guys for all the support and for listening and for putting up with my bullshit twice a week. I love you, motherfuckers. I want to thank my sponsors first. The joint is brought to you by Lucy Nicotine Gum. It's the 20th of the month, and you're still fucking smoking. You told everybody you were going to fucking quit, but you're still fucking smoking and toking and fucking coughing. And you know what? At the end, it's not going to work out for you. All right? If you're quitting smoke, if you're going to quit smoking, fucking quit, but you need help. That's where Lucy.co come in. I love Lucy. I love it. Why? Because you step outside, you take a moment, you pop this in your mouth, and you're as good as new, Jack. A craving for a cigarette is only like 60 seconds. You do know that. Read it up. If you're looking to quit cigarettes, it's only like 60 seconds, and then it goes away. But you get Lucy today, and you're prepared for when you get that itch. And keep on it when your craving hits, and subscribe so you have it when you need it. Lucy Gum actually fucking tastes really good, and it comes in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. And they've got a cherry ice flavored lozenge that will make your fucking wig spin. I love it. I love the pomegranate. I love the cinnamon, and you will too. Give it a try. You're at a fucking age right now where you got enough problems in your life. Cigarettes are what, $11 a fucking pack? Go to lucy.co right now and use promo code Joey to get 20% off all your products, including gum or lozenges. That's lucy.co. Use promo code Joey at checkout. Are you serious about quitting? This is the gum to help you out. Lucy.co right now. Use promo code Joey at checkout. And I got to use this for the disclaimer. This product contains nicotine derived from tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. But we're trying to beat the addiction. So go to lucy.co and be sure you use promo code Joey and quit smoking that shit, cocksuckers. I did. You should quit too. The joint is also brought to you by DraftKings. I'm doing you a fucking favor. I'm putting $257 in your fucking... I'm putting $257 in your pocket this weekend. You're like, Joey, how the fuck are you going to do that? DraftKings.com right now. We got a great fucking... It's a comeback of McGregor, baby. He's coming back, and you know this motherfucker likes to go for the head in the first round. So, what DraftKings has done is you put $1 on McGregor to win by knockout in the first round. If he does, you cash in $257. You bet a little, but you win a lot. You know how we do it over here at DraftKings. The kings of fucking New Jersey gamblers, DraftKings. Don't get distracted. We're still in the middle of NFL playoffs and basketball. You got the Bills against Kansas City on Sunday, and you got fucking Tampa Bay against Green Bay, I think on Sunday or Saturday. I don't fucking know. I know I got the opportunity this week, and so do you, to make cash every week. It starts tonight. Right now, tonight. You got Boston versus Philly. You got Sacramento and Golden State. Look at those 2 lines. Something, hey, listen, it's the beginning of NBA. Everybody's focused on NFL and UFC. Nobody's looking at basketball. That's where you come in tonight and pick up an extra $200-$300. So go to DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Download it. It's safe, secure, reliable. Plus, it's your fucking money. Deposit and withdraw at your convenience. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Today, use promo code Joey when you sign in to turn $1 into $257 if McGregor wins by first round knockout Saturday. Place your bet, watch the fist fly, and after fucking McGregor knocks him out, you get your dick sucked like a doctor. That's use promo code Joey for new players to get $257 if McGregor wins by first round knockout. Where are you going to get that at? Nowhere. There's Uncle Joey comes in, cocklickers, for limited time only at DraftKings. And here's what the fucking lawyers make me say. You got to be 21 or older. Go get your skateboard and go skateboard down a hill or something. New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Colorado, Tennessee, you're invited. Restrictions apply. All right? See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. You got a gambling problem? There's help. Don't put up with that shit. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. And if you're in Indiana, Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. But first, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use promo code Joey, and let's win some money. Should get your balls licked and your dick sucked like a doctor. Plus, you're getting a stimulus check. Who's better than you, cocksuckers? Nobody. Anyway, the joint is also brought to you by CBD Lion, the best in the business. How do I know? Because I'm living it right now with this fucking surgery. I'm in pain, but this CBD Lion got it knocked down. I'm using it as part of my pain management. CBD Lion is fucking tremendous. Now is when I really get to test it, and now I see the value of CBD Lion right now. Go to their website, cbdlion.com. Read up on CBD, on the benefits of CBD, CBN, how it affects you, how it'll affect your ailment, how it'll help you, and then get back to me, cocksuckers. I live and die by cbdlion.com. Go in there, press in Church or Joey on the way out. We'll give you 20% delivered right to your fucking house. And start living without anxiety. Start living. This helps. CBD will help your cause. Just read it and get what they think you should be using to get better. And that's it, and that's that. I want to thank CBDLion.com. I want to thank DraftKings. I want to thank Lucy Co. Right? It's Lucy.co. I want to thank them, too, for making a great nicotine gum. But most importantly, I want to thank you motherfuckers for having my back, for watching, and for supporting me, and for all the well wishes. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you motherfuckers tip-top Magoo Monday morning. Be safe today, all right, motherfuckers? I don't know what's going to happen, and neither do you. So be safe. Love you.